Hey guys, what's going on? This morning we're going to take a look at one of my scan tools. I have a few of these because I work on cars, and it's just really hard to work on modern day vehicles without a diagnostic scan tool. So I have a few of these tools. Some of them are for different purposes. This one is the Autel MP808TS, and I specifically bought this one because it was a bi-directional tool, which is important to have bi-directional control, but it also had the TPMS built into it, so I didn't have to buy a separate tool to do my TPMS programming, and I could still get the benefit of having a basic scan tool plus a more advanced scan tool with the TPMS, so that's why I went with this one. The limitation on a tool like this, which I got this one off of JB Tool, I think I paid it about $1,000 for it, somewhere around there, 1,100. I can't remember how much it was after tax. It is over a year old. This one does not come with the VCI for programming. So for ECU programming and things like that, you would need a even more advanced tool, and that's something for the professional mechanic. You know, the guys that are going to be doing that. But you can use that VCI. It's like a J25 or whatever. It's a J box. You can use that J box to do programming, even from a laptop. You don't have to do it with one of these. But a lot of these, like the Ultra, it does come with that J box that will allow you to do that programming. And as you could see, a scan tool like that is in the thousands of dollars, and it's not uncommon to see some of these scan tools go up to $10,000 or more. But for my uses, I just needed a middle of the road scanner, so that's what I have this one for. Then I have a immobilizer scanner, the IM508, that I use for key programming, and then I have just a really simple, just what most people would have, which is just a code reader. All right, so we'll take a look at like some of these stuff. So this unit right now, of course, the price has gone down because it's a lot cheaper than it was when it first came out. When it first came out, I bought it, and but right now you can get it on sale for like $800. This is the Bluetooth version. It has a Bluetooth VCI that goes into the OBD2 port, and I'm pretty happy with this tool. It does everything that I need it to do. It has enough special functions and features as far as the services, and I do like the shop manager for keeping up with the different vehicles that I have scanned, so I can go and look at the history. Here's a few, and it separates them by month, which I like that. As you can see, I've been using it for a while. But these are the recent vehicles that I've been working on. That 2006 Chevy truck, doing some transmission work on it, and I was troubleshooting a misfire, which this was the live data with the bi-directional control. It was very helpful in finding out what the true problem was, which it ended up being the distributor. So that's pretty awesome, and I'll be putting a new distributor on that. Very easy to use. You can use this without having professional training. You're not going to get the most out of it. An ASC certified mechanic that's been professionally trained, this is going to do a lot more for him than it's going to do for you as a DIYer. But with all the great content out there on YouTube, you can get one of these middle of the road scanners and you can do a lot with that. So another thing that you want to consider, now I bought some extra stuff because you start running into things if you're working on a lot of cars. So like for Chryslers, to do a lot of the you have to have this special little dongle, because the way that they do their security, and they have this silly little thing on there to where you can't just do a lot of the, you can plug into an ODB port, but you're limited on what you can do from that, because they have this gateway that you have to go through. So the ODB2 on the Chryslers is basically useless. You have to, if you use this, you can go through the gateway and you can do the bi-directional control and stuff like that. And then I bought other little things to work in conjunction with the scanner, different little accessories that I bought to go with it that did not come with it. All right, so the other thing you want to consider, right, is the update cost. So let's take a look at that. So the tool costs $1,000, but after a year or so, when you the updates. So once your year runs out, you can no longer update the tool. So I stayed on top of mine. I did not pay for the additional update because I work on mostly RVs. I do cars on the side. It's just something I've always done, specifically because growing up, I lived in a rural area and you had to fix your own cars. We didn't have enough money to take our cars to professional shops. So most guys in my neighborhood, we grew up fixing our own cars. And I just kept with that, and I fixed cars for other people's, mainly on a pro bono basis, helping people out in the church or elderly people who can't really afford to take their stuff to the shop. And sometimes I might take a regular paid job, but normally it's going to be deeply discounted to help the person out, because if they're coming to me, they probably could not take it to a professional shop. All right, the update. So for this particular tool, the update is almost $500. And as you notice, the tool, a whole new tool, costs $800. So for $300 more, you can get another tool that they run specials on, and it comes with 2 years free update. So before I would pay for this 1 year update for $479, I would probably just buy an entire new scan tool that came with 2 years of updates, because they're trying to sell these things, so they're offering you specials. So I would just buy a new tool, because it's actually cheaper just to buy the new tool that comes with the 2 years of update. All right, so that's something to consider. When you get into like a MaxiSys Ultra, a tool like this, bi-directional with programming, you know, all the bells and whistles, a professional, you know, high-end level scan tool, those updates are gonna run you over $1,000, okay? So that's something to consider if you're gonna wanna get into these scan tools. I have some video that I've taken when I was working on like a Chevy Equinox, and I might put a clip in for that, or do another video showing me actually using a scan tool. But right now, this is just an overview. I have been using this for over a year. I haven't had any problems with it. The touchscreen isn't very responsive. Sometimes you go to touch stuff and the screen isn't responsive, but all in all, it's pretty good. I've been able to use it. That's all for now. RV Tech Pro out.